I was asked by the very appropriately named user Blazingbeard to build a pirate build for Baldurs Gate 3. So I grabbed my rapier, turned up the charm, and just started plundering Baldurs Gate. This build is absolutely nuts and a total blast to play. Weaponizing my charisma, I'm able to add that modifier twice to all my damage, including my dexterity. A mixture of rapier attacks and hand crossbow shots with my bonus action. We specialize in doing large spike damage with making our own sneak attacks and making sure they land critical hits without having to put a bunch of equipment to lower our crit ratio. Pirates don't follow the rules, and I don't follow the rules for sneak attack. Every one of my attacks can engage a sneak attack regardless of the parameters around me. All of my attacks are at advantage, and I don't have to suffer the disadvantage that the risky ring brings me. And doing only one sneak attack a round is boring, so we're set up to do it on additional rounds offside our turn. And large groups of enemies are even better because we'll put them all to sleep, making sure that all of our attacks are critical, and then just stacking on top of our sneak attacks and bunch of shots from our handgun. This build was super fun. I did one pirate build a while ago and I wasn't happy with it. So big thanks to Blazingbeard for asking me to do it again. There are chapters below if you want to skip ahead. I'll see you at the end. Our first level we're going to take is Rogue. It unlocks more proficiencies than our other classes will, so we automatically get 2 expertises, and we're going to make sure that we are proficient and expertised in performance. That's going to come up later and it's going to be super important, so I might as well just get it out of the way now. As far as stats go, if you're starting a new game with a pirate build, I suggest not dumping dexterity like I'm doing in the video. We're going to be wearing the gloves of dexterity that will change our score to 18. You don't get those until the end of Act 1. So I highly suggest that if you start at level 1, you put at least 14 to 16 points in dexterity while keeping charisma at 16. Once you get the gloves, dump your dex and make 16s in constitution and charisma, and you can toss a 14 in wisdom just to get around pesky saves in case it gets through. Now that we have our skills and proficiencies done, we're going to move on to our next level, and it's going to go into Bard. Bard unlocks spells for us. I highly suggest taking Healing Word. It's always helpful. Longstrider is also going to be extremely helpful. We're going to be very mobile as it is, so this is just going to make us very sure that we can move anywhere we want to. And if you're following the nautical theme, definitely pick up Thunder Wave and Shatter. Baldur's Gate treats thunder and electricity as sea aspects, but the most important thing here is that we have a damaging cantrip, so make sure that you pick Vicious Mockery. We're going to use it to strengthen all of our rapier and crossbow attacks. Next level in Bard is going to open up Song of Rest, which is a fun way to heal yourself outside of battle, but our next level in Bard is going to open up our subclass, and we will be picking College of Swords. This gives us a bunch of different maneuvers that we can do with our rapier, and it's going to really highly increase the damage output and really put the control aspect into this character. We're also going to be able to pick a fighting style, and I highly suggest picking up dueling, but it's up to you. If you find yourself really enjoying using your offhand crossbow a lot, you might want to pick up 2-weapon fighting. It all depends on the type of pirate you want to be, but the rapier is going to be a higher damage output and my main mode of attack. We are also going to open up 2nd level spells. Cloud of Daggers is an incredibly great spell to have for a swords bard in particular. The ability to push people with one of your flourishes is incredibly fun if it's set up with a cloud of daggers behind them. I did it constantly, it never got old, definitely do it. And our next level is going to open up feats, and with this feat, we are going to do something a little different. We're going to pick up a feat called Martial Adept. This feat gives us 2 different maneuvers from the Fighter Battlemaster category. It gives us 1 use of it every short rest, but what we need to pick here is a maneuver called Riposte. Riposte lets you use your reaction to counter someone who misses you. Our AC is going to be very high, and we're going to be missed quite a bit. And this is an excellent way for you to use your sneak attack without it being on your turn. You can also pick up Hold Person here. Hold Person is a wonderful spell to make sure that all your sneak attacks crit. It's a very handy, very welcome addition to your spells. Our next level in Bard is our 5th level, giving us the ability to regain our flourishes back on short rests. Very important. It also unlocks 3rd level spells. Equally as important, you get Glyph of Warding. Glyph of Warding has a bunch of different elemental attacks. It lays down a mine and lets you choose what it does. One of those options is to put everyone in there asleep if they fail a dexterity saving throw. A sleeping target is an automatic crit if you're standing close enough to them. So you could still shoot them with your hand crossbows and get that crit each one of your attacks would be critical and sneak attacked. It's very, very great to pair with this type of build. And our next level is also going to go into Bard because at 6th level we open up second attack, and most of our damage is going to be coming from our rapier. We will be using a ring that will activate with a cantrip to add our charisma modifier on top of that, which will be 5. And then we'll also be able to activate a skill that our rapier will have to add that charisma modifier again on top of that rapier, which will be 5. We'll also have a +4 to our dexterity on top of that. So all of these cuts will have an initial +14 to that damage. And you'll be adding sneak attack, and you'll be adding the D8. Our next level is going to go back into Thief. We're going to get our cunning actions here to use with the bonus action. Our next level is also going to go into Rogue to make us a Thief, giving us 2 bonus actions on a turn. This is going to be really helpful for additional pot shots from your hand crossbow, and you can use your cunning actions to keep your mobility insanely high, especially with the fact that one of our flourishes allows us to teleport from person to person. Our next level in Rogue is going to give us a feat, which is going to bring our charisma up to an 18 with an ability score improvement. Our next level in Rogue is going to increase our sneak attack up to 3d6 and give us uncanny dodge. This allows us as a reaction to have any kind of incoming damage that we can see. Be careful with this, make sure it is on ask. If your reaction is spent doing uncanny dodge, it can't be spent doing a riposte to do additional sneak attacks, or opportunity attacks to also do more sneak attacks. Put your last level into Bard to make it level 7. It'll give you 4th level spell slots. The 4th level spells aren't really amazing. Dimension Door could be useful, but the additional 4th level spell slots could make a Shatter or Glyph of Warding a lot more dope. As far as equipment goes, there is one weapon that has become my favorite weapon over the past few months. I've used it on a lot of builds, called the Harmonic Dueler. This is a rapier you can buy as soon as Act 3 starts from the Dancing Axe in Rivington. With a performance check, you can then do an action every short rest to give you additional damage done with that rapier equal to your charisma modifier, and this stacks on literally anything. So with our charisma that will be 20 because of another piece of equipment, I'll talk about it in a second, and arcane synergy that we'll be getting from the Ring of Arcane Synergy, it's basically Tavern Brawler for bards. The performance check is a DC 15, but because we took expertise in it, my proficiency was +13. I literally had to roll a 1 to fail this check, meaning if you played a halfling, you would virtually never fail this check, because halflings get to reroll their 1s. Now to add our charisma modifier again, we'll use the Ring of Arcane Synergy that we find off a body in the Creche. Once you use a cantrip to damage somebody, you get something called Arcane Synergy that adds your spell casting modifier on top of all of your damage. And this one will also work for your hand crossbows. And the most important, I found, piece of all of this together was the Risky Ring and my trick to find around the bad part of having the Risky Ring. This thing comes with the best buff you could ask for with probably one of the worst debuffs you could have. It makes all of your attack rolls at advantage, but the cost is that all of your saves that you make against anyone else will be at disadvantage. The fun trick around that is to even out that disadvantage with an advantage, which you can easily do by being a gnome. All gnomes come with the ability called Gnome Cunning, which gives them advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws that come at you from spells. Now the big hole is that you don't get strength, dex, and con advantage, so those will still be a problem, but all of the worst spells that will be afflicted towards you from the second act to the end are going to be mostly wisdom and intelligence saving throws. We're talking about Dominate Person, Hold Person, Confusion, Command. All of these really game-ending spells will not be at disadvantage for you anymore because you're a fun-loving gnome. If you're worried about taking the full hit of a fireball, which didn't not come up that much for me, honestly, you could always use Uncanny Dodge to half it, or our armor, the Flame Enameled Armor, is giving you resistance to fire and adds 2 to all our saving throws. This medium piece of armor also lets us add a fire shield to ourselves every long rest, and it also adds 2 more to our initiative rolls. This piece of armor kicks so much ass. You can find it in Act 3 at Worm's Rock. There is a spot right before you go down to the dungeon below where there is a nice lady in charge of their inventory. Go invisible, sneak around her, get into the storeroom right behind her, and take it. It's very easy to do. I do it every game. I'm actually going to make a short about grabbing it here shortly, so you can look out for that, but definitely go snag it for yourself. In Act 2, if you saved Bacchus from all of the terrible things that happened to Bacchus, you can purchase the Acrobat shoes. These shoes are a +1 to your AC, and they boost up your acrobatics ability checks. Didn't happen quite too much, but you don't want to get shoved over, and this will stop that. We also want to make sure that we have the Birthright hat, very, very handy. It adds 2 points to your charisma, and it is available for purchase at Sorcerer Sundries. And last but not least, the Gloves of Dexterity are purchasable from the merchant inside the creche. Once you wear these, it will change your dexterity score to an 18, giving you a +4. Hi friends, I'm super thankful for all of my sponsors, but especially these guys right here. Anyone in the adventurer or higher category of the membership get put in the ending credits and get entered into a weekly raffle that pulls every Sunday. This Sunday, I'm giving away the Paladin shirt that I'm wearing right now. Also, really cool news. I am starting a bi-weekly one-shot campaign that's going to change every time we do it. I'm going to be playing these games with members of our Discord. So if you want to join and play with me, go ahead and follow the link that's in the description here. And if you've never played D&D, that's okay. There will be a special little episode 0 I'm going to be doing for people who've never played before to catch them up real fast. It's really fun and light. I don't really take anything seriously. It's going to be a good time. I'll see you guys around. Bye. I love you.